Under this scheme, incentives are generated by Nikshay only if certain prerequisite conditions are satisfied. Thus, we need to monitor the benefit generation status. The objective of this chart is to provide a summary of the benefit generation status under the scheme. Thus, this chart has three sections: generated, not eligible, and not generated. Generated is the count of benefits generated as all the prerequisite conditions are met. In this district, 224 benefits are generated. We have seen the status-wise breakup of these benefits in the benefit status chart in the previous video. Not eligible is the count of notifications that are not eligible for incentives under the scheme. In this district, there are 1,441 such patient notifications. Not generated is the count of notifications which are eligible for incentives but the benefits are not generated as all the prerequisite conditions have not been met. In this district, there are 272 cases where an incentive could not be generated because of the various reasons. Let us look at a reason-wise breakup. There are 12 notifications which are identified as potential duplicates by Nikshay and therefore, incentive has not been generated. On review of these duplicate notifications, the DTO may either approve them as unique or mark them as duplicate. If the DTO confirms such cases as unique, Nikshay will generate the incentive. However, if a notification is marked as duplicate, the notification would get deleted in Nikshay and therefore no benefits would not be generated. Under this scheme, a benefit is generated only if the beneficiary is marked as active in Nikshay. After enrollment or notification of a patient, if a health facility is deactivated due to any reason, the corresponding benefits would get deleted. Such notifications would get counted here. In this district, there are no such cases. Benefit foregone is the count of cases where benefits did not get generated as the beneficiary private provider has chosen to forego the benefits under the scheme. In this district, there are no cases. There are 245 notifications for which the private provider is eligible for incentive but, as bank details are not available, the benefit was not generated. Thus, an immediate action item for performance improvement of the scheme is to collect and enter the bank details of such providers so that Nikshay is able to generate and pay the benefits. There are 12 notifications for which the bank details of the private provider are available in Nikshay but they are not validated yet. The DTO needs to identify such cases and take the necessary action. There are no cases where benefits are not generated because the beneficiary status is user rejected. And there are 3 cases where benefits could not be generated because of some reasons such as PFMS agency code is null, etc. To provide the underlying patient list, the private provider incentive eligibility register is provided. This register has a list of all patients notified and, for every notification, the benefit eligibility status under the scheme and the benefit generation status is provided. Thus, it can be used to identify records and take corrective action, as required. Let us move on to the next section of not eligible. In this district, there are 1,441 notifications during the selected period which are not eligible for an incentive under this scheme. The reason-wise breakup is provided. There are 1,428 cases for which the diagnosing health facility is a public sector PHI. There are 2 notifications whose current health facility is in this district but they had been diagnosed in a private health facility of another district. Since a DTO can pay the incentives only to a health facility within the district, incentives for such notifications cannot be paid through Nikshay. There are 11 cases which have been enrolled by a private health facility of this district. However, they have been diagnosed by a public sector PHI of another district. To understand these benefit generation rules better, please refer to the training material of this DBT scheme.